everyone, and welcome to Roll for Latin Heritage Month, a 3-day stream event where we play TTRPGs while we raise money for Mi Patria, Puerto Rico, an organization whose focus right now is disaster relief and community assistance for folks in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Fiona. Now, our donation goal is $1,500. And if you can type exclamation point donate in the chat and get a link, or you can just go straight to ko-fi.com/TTRPGIFS to donate if you can. Every dollar counts, seriously. Even if that's all you got, it counts. Your lurks count, your views count, your retweets count, all that stuff counts. And we really, really appreciate your support. This is a great cause that just isn't getting the presence that it needs. We have some pretty cool incentives going on for those donations too. During the event, we're going to be giving away 3 copies of each of the Beast Heart and the Kingdoms and Warfare PDFs, thanks to our friends at MCDM. You can go to patreon.com/MCDM to sign up and receive a copy of the Beast Heart for free when you join through the end of October. Currently, our goal, we are at 24% of our goal, and that's amazing because there's only been one show, y'all. It was last night. So in one show, they got 24%. So if we don't get 50%, then we're just not doing our job. Let's go. We're going to try to hit $1,500 this whole stream. But yeah, let's try to get to 50% today because the next stream isn't until 4 o'clock today. That's going to be my goal, 50%. We're going to try to get the bar halfway there. If you can, try to keep an eye. Sorry, that's for me. I can read this. I know how to do things. I'm awesome. Now.
You're doing great.
I'm doing great. My name is Chuck Stamos. You might know me from other the Free Forge where I stream there and run the honor roll. But here today we're in a little different setting, and we're gonna go around and say hello to all these wonderful, wonderful cast members. Starting, of course, with the newest cast member. It's his first time today. Say hello, putting you on the spot. You knew I was gonna do it. Say hello, Brian, and tell everybody where they can find you and things like that.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Cortijo. I am a tabletop game designer. You can find my work in a bunch of older D&D and Pathfinder products. You can find me on Twitter with my name at Brian Cortijo. And I'm looking forward to getting the wit scared out of me. So let's have some fun.
Amazing. Thank you, Brian. All right. Just going right down the line. Let's go to Liz. Tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you.
Hey, I'm Liz. You could find me pretty much anywhere at Fuzzy Slippers 05. And as far as tabletop stuff goes, mostly I am over at Rollin' D's 20s. Last night we just restarted our D&D 5e stream, with which I am the DM, called Stories of Surette. It was a little shorter than intended because I have never actually run a stream before, and that comes with some technical difficulties. Bloopers are great, y'all. And then tonight I will be playing the La Sombra Dr. Retisser on our Philly by Night Vampire the Masquerade game, which has been running for about 2 years, and we are hitting the end of season 5, our last season for this coterie.
All right.
So come through.
Heck yeah. Support everyone you can. Let's go straight down there to Ida.
Hi everyone, I'm Ida. You can find me at In the Pan down there. I'm a Bolivian American living in Europe. And I am so happy to be here. You can find me at Horde of Tales, where we do lots of TTRPG streams. We do D&D, we do indie games, one-shots, and other panels. You can also find me at Roll for Good, which is a European, UK-based charity TTRPG group, having a big event on 22nd October in support of trans rights, supporting the charity called Mermaids. They're amazing. And I just want to give a really big shout out to Robo, and also a lot of existing friends across all the other games, specifically Sirena Besos, I saw her name, Angela Phoenix, my sister from another mister, D'Angelo from yesterday's Emerald Templar games, and Morshadi, who's in chat. Thank you everyone for supporting us.
Yes, it means everything. And last but certainly not least, let's hear from AJ.
Hey, what's up? My name is AJ, also known as Sushi Kid, your by October menace. It is my birthday month, so do do me a favor. Let's get to 50%. Like just for me. It's my birthday. I am Puerto Rican, so this is very close to my heart for what Robo is doing here. So it'd be super look, you don't have to give me a gift. Just donate. It's fine.
You heard it here. If we don't get to 50%, AJ will cry on stream.
I will.
Or won't have a
Yes.
birthday.
Yeah.
It's canceled.
You'll ruin his birthday, and that's on you. That's not our fault. That's not our fault. That's your fault. You out there, that's your fault. Okay, so and if you're unaware, yes, everyone on this cast is Latin. Everyone involved in this is Latin. I myself am a Mexican American. I'm half, so I get to enjoy the half life. I'm sure that everybody out there can associate with. Gotta love the halfies. So we all this is very important to our hearts. This cause is means a lot to us personally, and like I said in the beginning, it's not getting the coverage it deserves. It's being overshadowed by a lot of other things in this world, which happens, right? But it's awesome of Robo to set this up, to focus on it, and to raise some money for a great cause. So if you're here and you're in there and you're lurking, awesome. That's all you need to do. If you do have the means to donate, please do. We would greatly appreciate it. If we get 50%, then Robo might actually ask me to come back. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We are going to be playing this game a little differently. I like to play things, I don't know, in the past a little bit. So we're going to go back to a simpler time, 1994. We're going to go back to a time where kids didn't have the connections to the internet and things like that. So it's all in a park. We're all at a summer camp. It is a summer camp in London, Northeast Texas. It's about 150 miles outside of Dallas. It's in a very forested area. Lots of parents will send their kids here to, get some time off from their children and everything. The camp is just a basic summer camp. There's counselors, there's a staff there, and we're going to start at the welcome party. So everybody goes into the largest cabin there, which is kind of like where everybody meets, and you are there. You see kind of the head of the camp is up there. The guy that you've seen, he's the head counselor. His name is Vic, and he's sitting there just like, all right, everybody, you know how it is. You've all been here. If you're new to this place, well, then you need to talk to Miss Jenny. She'll take care of you. Other than that, I'm Vic. You'll find me in the headmaster's cabin. And so as we zoom around with all the kids and everybody kind of talking and not really paying attention, let's start again. But let's go backwards this time. Let's start with AJ. AJ, describe your character and where they would be at in this opening presentation for us.
So, Colt Cruz, also known as CC, he is just chilling in the as one of the students, as one of the camp kids. He's a 16-year-old kid. Has a lot of curly hair flowing around like a mane. It's great. He's new. He's new to Texas. He just moved in probably like a couple of months ago, and he moved a lot due to certain circumstances of his a little bit violent outbursts. But the at first glance, there's nothing really odd about him. He's just a little just like average sized kid, 16-year-old kid going through puberty and stuff. But one thing that you do notice is that his eyes are a lot less brown, more yellow. But if you try to call him out on it, he's not gonna. He's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? It's brown. These are regular brown eyes."
Interesting.
It's
I
just the
love it.
sun. It's just the sun hitting me in a certain way. The sun never hits his eyes.
You got too much hair in his face. And he's still talking about the sun in his eyes. I love it. I love it. Amazing. So and did you say where you were again? Like where you would be at?
Oh, I would just be in the crowd, just kind of like looking around. He's not really yeah, once they said that he had to look for Jenny since this is his first time at the
Mhm.
camp, I guess he's just like looking around for whoever would be Jenny.
Okay. All right, let's go. Ida. Let's do Ida next. Where would you describe your character and where they would be during this like opening event?
Um, as all the campers file in and the other adults are scattered around directing people, you see, let's say, mid 40s, but you should never ask, lady with kind of her hair greased back and like all these like loose hairs flying out with a hairnet over, way too much blue eyeshadow over, very smeared red lipstick and like big acrylic nails, holding a tray of 94 Capri Sun and Gusher and Kool-Aid Gushers, those squeeze bottles,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
offering drinks to everyone. And in turn, she's looking down, grimacing because this was the whole food budget being blown on the first day of drinks. It's
Mhm.
being like, hey, don't be so dehydrated. Drink this. No, I don't care. You drink this. You drink this now. Take one. Take one.
What
I'm
is
gonna
it?
call your mother.
What is it?
It's good for you. Has vitamins.
He kind of opens it and is like,
Drink it or help me. I will come after you with my chancla and you are never going to drink it now.
"What's a chunk? What's a chunk?" Okay. Walks off.
You don't want to know what to drink.
Very good. Oh, he's gonna grow up. He's gonna be such a handsome boy. You drink.
You know, all these kids are just like, okay, like almost in fear and like grabbing these drinks. Amazing. We'll swing around from there and go. The camera comes in on Brian's character. Brian, tell us what your character, describe him to us, and then where they would be at in this opening ceremony.
Okay, so every so often there's a kid, he looks about 15, and he keeps trying to lean against the back wall and keeps getting told by counselors to move away. He's wearing, despite the weather, an old army surplus jacket. Underneath it, he's got a black T-shirt with a red Superman symbol dripping with blood. It's his Death of Superman T-shirt that he got at the special event. And stuffed in his right pocket, he's got a rolled up old Dr. Fate comic book. He's really not paying attention. He was here last summer, but only for a couple of weeks. He got sent home when he beat the snot out of another kid for going through his things and trying to steal his stuff. But since that kid wasn't coming back this summer, they decided to let Jose come back.
Okay.
Jose is mixed. So he gets a lot of flack from some of the other Hispanic kids for his last name Shapiro. And occasionally, it being East Texas, he gets some conversion attempts. So kids want to talk to him about Jesus, which is why he's up against the back wall, trying not to pay attention to anybody else. He'd rather be at home, but his parents want him to get some outside time.
Awesome. Amazing. So we see Jose leaning up against the back of the wall. The camera pans back out. And then we go to Liz. Liz, explain your character and where they would be in this ceremony.
So Lucy, is honestly probably doing the same thing. She is up with the rest of the counselors, but she is keeping a hawk's eye watch to see which of the kids are like shrinking into themselves and to find her little group that she is going to just kind of pull to the side. Because when you look at her, she does not look like she belongs at any sort of camp. Her jeans, she's wearing jeans and cowboy boots, but the jeans are like pressed and have the nice, very straight creases
Mhm.
going down the front. The boots don't look like they have seen dirt. She has massive Coke bottle glasses with the thin gold rims. And
Oh
she's
my
wearing
god.
the summer camp kind of bright green, bright orange shirt, but she has a sweater vest on top of it, even in this heat. And so she is just kind of looking around and like slowly gathering up like the littler kids who are still unsure of things, or the older kids who she's like kind of noted have either comics stuffed in their pockets, or little tiny like the paperback books just kind of shoved in there, who are obviously not here because they want to be. They're here because their parents are like, you need sunlight at some point this summer, you're going to camp. And she goes around and starts kind of gathering those children up to one area.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So you see, as we kind of pan back out, it goes back to the stage. You see a, I would guess like medium size, femme presenting person come up there, and she's got blonde hair. It's waving, and she grabs the little microphone. Now it's not a microphone like a PA system. It's one of those microphones that just has a cord that runs down to a speaker that's plugged in. So just to give like some amplification there, and she comes up like, "Hey everybody, I'm Miss Jenny. Okay, I need everybody that's new to camp to come up to me. Any of the new kids? New kids?"
Just
Ah, yeah, go. You go.
Starts pointing. You see the
I
Gloria in the
haven't seen you
back, just like
before. I know you're not. I know you're new. Go.
CC knows better to not go up against an older Hispanic person. He knows that all
amazing.
too well from New York. Those New York ladies do not mess around. So Colt's just like looking around and then just kind of like goes up to Jenny, sees
Okay.
if there's any other kids that are new.
Yeah, there. I mean, there's
Lucy
like, yeah, I was about to say
Lucy would
Lucy.
probably bring like four of them up with her, like just mama hen shepherding
Mhm.
them this way. Like, it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see Lucy come up and like with a group of like kind of people. They you all kind of have like the same apprehensive face on as you're all kind of like looking around, looking out of place. And Lucy, you do notice too, leaning against the back corner is Jose, which I'm guessing you would be familiar with, as he got kicked out of the camp. And it occurs to you that you know, he's everybody else is kind of making their groups, and he's just still leaning back there by himself, and it kind of sets off your motherly senses again.
I'll leave my little pack and I'll make my way back towards Jose. Kind of lean against the wall next to him. They made you come back, huh?
Gives a real deep sigh, like supernaturally long. Like it is 1994, and he did listen to Nevermind on repeat on the way up on the bus. Yeah.
Well, I think they're gonna have me in charge of like doing the bonfire stories and like the creepy scavenger hunt and all that for, some of the nighttime flashlight stuff if you want to be my assistant.
You mean scare the little kids?
Not the little kids, but the slightly smaller kids, yes.
I don't know. These ones got some vibes to them. I think we've got to get them prepared.
Well, yeah, of course. And, I'm gonna need, like I said, I'm gonna need some help. I've had a ton of notes about the area and a couple other areas. But you and I kind of point to the pocket that is obviously have something rolled up in it. I'm like, it looks like you are not unhappy just sitting and reading, so I figured this might be more up your alley than basketball every day for 3 hours.
Oh God, no! I can't deal with basketball again. Yeah, yeah. If you got something for me to read, maybe it'll pass the time faster.
Yeah, no problem. And I'll just kind of sit and hang out, waiting for
Yeah.
the initiation to be over.
We zoom out from that conversation back to the where the new kids are. You can hear all this, Gloria, as you're like kind of putting up and getting like all your supplies there. You hear like Miss Jenny talking to the new kids, like, "Okay, so we're gonna split y'all up and put y'all with some kids that have been here for a year or two, so that way y'all we'll have somebody kind of lead you around." And she starts asking the kids, "So what's your favorite thing to do?" And one kid's like, I like to swim. He's like, "Okay, well, we're gonna put you with Hector." And she like goes and gets this other kid, and they put them together. And then she asks a couple other kids. Then she gets to Colt. So, Colt, what's your name?
Colt, what's your name?
I know what I did. You don't have to say what I did. I know what I did. Okay, let's move past my mistake. As I realize that I know your name, but this Miss Jenny would not. So, yeah, Miss Jenny goes down. It's like, "Hello, what's your name?"
Name's Colt.
"Hi, Cole. What's some things that you like to do?"
I don't know. Listen to music, play video games.
Okay. Anything like kind of outdoors or?
Nothing that your camp would have here.
As she kind of like looks up, she sees that Lucy's back there talking to Jose, and she's like, "I think I have an idea." And she kind of makes eye contact with you, Lucy, and asks you to come over. And she says, I think this might be a good candidate. I know, he's kind of Jose is kind of back here on terms. This might help him get in a better light in front of in the eyes of Vic.
Yeah. I'll take care of him. And I kind of smile. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Lucy. What's your name?" To Colt.
Colt.
I'm guessing you're not really an outside kid.
Oh no, I'm an outside kid. Just this is just a lot.
That's fair. So for some of the older kids, and I'll kind of be like, waving, like, come a couple steps away.
I follow.
So for how old are you?
16.
Yeah, you're old enough. So for some of the kids who are like 12 to like 14, 10 to 14, we set up basically haunted camp, using kind of local folklore, local legend stuff. Pretty much for the week or two that they're here, we're not trying to traumatize anybody, but it's always fun to come home from camp with ghost stories. I'm in charge of that aspect of things, as I'm not really an outdoor kid. She kind of looks down at herself.
Just kind of like looks you up and down, is like,
So I usually get some of the oldest campers to help, if that's something more up your alley.
I know you guys have like what, coyotes around here? What about wolves?
I don't think we have any wolves. Further up, we've got some wolves. Some of the coyotes are pretty big, though, if they mated with like big old dogs and things get weird.
I can work with that.
All right, wonderful. Come on, let me introduce you to Jose. He was here last year.
Jose. Sigues flaco, you're still too skinny. Behind the drinks on the trays, like all these fruit that kids never want to eat, just like that mealy apple. Come eat this.
Right when you hand it out, you see two twins that you know very well. They've been coming to this camp for 5 years, and they run in between. They snatch the apple. It's the Doughboys. You know them very well, Billy and Bobby Doe, and so they call them the Doughboys. And he goes, "It's my apple!" And he goes and grabs it, and he goes, "It's my apple!" And then they kind of like they run through everything, all your apples, all your drinks, they mess it up like a tornado and then just keep running out the building. They're just wild kids.
I lean down. I start reaching for my sandal.
And they're
Take
not
deep
young. They're like
breaths.
18-year-olds. They're they just act like
I take a deep breath. I look at Jose like, well, looks like there's going to be some competition for your old title. But if you're a good boy this year, you do as you say. I'll make sure that I put a good word in with you, with the spirits I talk to. Okay? And you're going to have a good time this time. Okay?
I think I might need to give you my abuela's number. She gave me
Oh,
the
she also
same
talks to
speech
the
before I could-
spirits.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Good. And I'm sure she lit a candle for you, like a double candles.
Oh my
this
God.
time.
Yes, she did.
that was too close to home.
Are the question? Are the twins like running out
About
the
the
building
building.
that me and Lucy
Yes,
are
they
coming
like
to?
they you know how those cabin buildings will have like doors on all the sides and like breathe. So they ran in like one side like a tornado, just grabbed food from the table and everything right in between y'all's like where y'all are having a conversation, busted right through the middle, and then ran out the other side. Or at least
Can I-
tempting to if you want to do something.
Can I grab one of their shirts?
You can certainly try.
Look,
Have I rolled?
look. I think this happened last time I played with you that I was the first one to roll.
Yeah. It always goes
Um,
great. It's okay.
Hey, I think it's
Hey,
Happy
Siri, I'm gonna need you to quiet down.
Stand it down.
Thanks.
Don't forget out there. Don't forget out there, y'all. We are raising money for a great cause. Please donate if you can. We're trying to get to 50% of the goal. That way, Robo will ask me back. He said that he's not unless I get there, and I really want to come back. So, and he's a
So-
tyrant. Robo is a tyrant. So
right.
please donate if you can.
So I'm trying to grab their shirts and attempt to like stop them, I guess.
Okay.
Well, at least stop one of them.
Uh-huh.
What should I roll? Cause I
Go
want
for
to
it.
use my unholy strength to just stop one of them in their tracks. Like,
Now, are you trying to inflict damage? Like, are you trying to, or just stop them?
I'm
Like, are you
just
trying to cause harm?
literally as they're like running past with just a bunch of food
Mhm.
in their hand, which I kind of like clock is like, no, that's not cool. Just kind of grab them by the shirt and just make them
Okay.
stop. If
So
they
let-
get hurt by their own shirt, that's not my fault.
Well, let's just make this a tough roll. How about that? Just give me just a generic tough roll. So just roll 2d6 and add your tough modifier.
That's an 8.
Okay, so and if you're not aware, in this game, it's based off 10 plus is a huge success, 7 to 9 is a success with some failure, and then 6 and below is a failure on the roll system. Just FYI out there. So with this 8, you are able to grab the shirt, but they were running so fast that you actually like rip his shirt. And like and then like he with that rip, you kind of lose your grip, and now he just kind of turns around and like, "Hey, he ripped my shirt! He ripped my shirt!" Like looking at you, Lucy.
You've been running around in here like you have no sense. You probably just caught it on something. Keep moving. Go.
You hear what you said? Yeah, I heard, Bobby. I heard what you said. And they start walking off. I'm gonna tell Dad about her. I'm gonna tell
What are
Dad.
you-
I'm gonna tell my dad.
What are you, 10?
No, I'm 18. Yeah, and I'm 18.
All right. And I just toss the shirt
He's like,
and just walk inside.
"Sure, I got plenty of shirts because our dad owns a business. Yeah, our dad owns a business. We got lots of shirts."
I just kind of like flash them a glare with my yellow eyes and like, all right.
They both just turn around and walk up. You can kind of hear them like, "That was weird. Did you see that?" And they walk out the other side. See, Bobby's like kind of looking at his shirt. Like, "Me, I really like this shirt." And as he kind of like goes out the other side.
I just look at Lucy, just like, please tell me these other essays aren't like this.
There's a handful like them. They are the worst. But Jose's cool. Come on. And I lead him over. I'm like, Jose, Colt, Jose. He's going to be helping us with setup and everything.
Hey,
All right, who's taller, Jose or Colt?
Roll
We-
for
we-
it. I don't
Well,
know.
I say roll for it.
just a
Roll
straight
for
2D.
Yeah, straight, I say rollies, just 2d6. See what happens. Love a
Fine.
good rollies. Hey, we're up to 27%. Thank you for the donations out there. We keep pushing that along. Let's try to see if we can't get it to 50. Or I heard that Gloria will throw a chancla at you. So if you don't get to 50%, you get the chancla. All right.
What do you got, Brian?
Got a 9.
I also got a 9.
Oh, okay. Now 1d6 each. Drop it out. We're going to make it interesting.
2.
5.
Okay, so Colt's like 3 inches taller.
Hell yeah.
That's fine. I slouch anyway.
Amazing. All right, so y'all kind of introduce yourselves to each other, and everything kind of winds down. You get your cabin assignments. Lucy has made sure that you two are in the same cabin as you're kind of grouped together. Y'all are in what's called like what people around it call like the newbie cabin. So it's like where they put all the new kids with all their like sponsors, if you want to call it. All the older kids. So y'all are in the newbie cabin with the other new students. With the other new campers, and you're just kind of in there. Lucy's giving you the rundown of like when wake up time in, when lights out are, when activities start. Like today's kind of a free day. There's not much to do besides like the welcoming that they have, and then there's like what they call a welcome party tonight. And right after the welcome party is lights out. So you guys kind of have some free time until the welcome party if you want to kind of get some stuff done. Gloria, you as well know that you have to get ready for the welcome party, but they don't do any hot food until the morning. You're just doing cold sandwiches tonight, so you don't have to do a lot of prep. But you do have to make breakfast in the morning. That'll be your first hot meal that you serve. So tonight's kind of easy for you as well. So you have some free time, whatever you want to do before the dance, which you are a chaperone, so you do have to be there at the dance tonight, Gloria. So let's start with we'll start with Gloria actually. And what do you think you would do in this free time before the dance?
Having looked at all the campers, new and returning, Gloria did overhear some of the conversation about like I'm concerned about coyotes. Is like, no, these children will be safe. They will have a good time. I went to check in with my spirits to make sure that these children will have a good, fruitful time. Some of them need more protecting and more, encouragement than others. But I'm going to make sure these kids are going to be okay. And can I use my move?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Absolutely. So she's talking about a move. If you're not aware, Monster of the Week has playbooks, and that's what a character sheet is, and each playbook has some specific moves that those players can use. So as Gloria is looking over a certain move that she's going to use here.
Hunch is when something bad is happening, but I don't know whether something
Correct.
bad is happening or not.
Yeah,
so
nothing
that's
bad's happened
here.
yet. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Nothing's
No, then
happened
I'll just do a mental
yet.
check-in with the capacities that will give me mechanically my moves later.
Uh-huh.
And I said about making a lot of PB&Js on Wonder Bread.
Okay. Oh, yes. Wonder Bread. So good. Awesome. So we'll zoom out there. The camera fades. It fades back into the newbie camp. You see Colt and Jose. They're unpacking their bags. Lucy, you're there kind of looking around. You see all the other new kids and students kind of unpacking. Now let's go here. Let's start with Colt and then Jose. What are y'all unpacking? What did y'all bring to camp here? What's Colt bringing to camp with them?
Well, Colt doesn't have a lot, but Colt will go up to Jose and is like, hey, do you mind if I get bottom bunk?
Yeah, whatever.
Cool. And just kind of has one backpack and like a little like not a little handbag, but like kind of like a duffel bag and just like places the like drops the duffel bag down, and it just feels like a huge like thunk. Like it's just it seems very heavy than what more heavier than it seems. But in the in his backpack, he just takes out like his like little bit old CD player, a Game Boy, and
These would all be like OGs too, like the old gray
Mhm.
brick Game Boy that like you could barely see the
Got
screen,
my-
but you still loved it.
got my brick. And
The Game Boy.
and just I mean, just takes out some clothes and stuff. Like maybe like takes off he has this red sweater, and it's probably like a little bit hot, so he takes it off and puts on like a red t-shirt instead.
Is there anything that Colt would bring that's like something to remind him of home or gives him comfort, like an item that's just very special that he would have brought?
I think that's the CD player.
The CD player. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Like-
go to Jose. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go, yeah, you're good.
Let's go to Jose. What are you unpacking there?
Mostly clothes. A lot of his clothes are even though they're shorts, they're like old cut-off army fatigues. He does a lot of shopping at Army Navy. One of the things in the bottom of his bag, he's got an old Vampire the Masquerade second edition rule book with the binding falling apart that kind of thumps when he puts it down because they don't really have bookshelves, but he's got to find a place to put it. He also has this really heavy flashlight that he made sure to pack. That he didn't like quite how dark it gets way out in East Texas, and he wants to make sure that if he's got to go out at night, he can really see what's coming up on him. As he's unpacking, though, he turns to Colt and says, "What are you in for?"
Say that again. I couldn't hear it.
What are you in for?
Well, this is my first time here, so it's just I'm new to Texas, so my parents thought this would be a good idea to get some friends.
Same. Just don't let anybody touch your stuff.
Oh, they'll regret it.
Okay, we sit over there. Lucy, you've been like kind of watching them unpack and talk, and then all of a sudden you see like another kid come up to you and just start, excuse me, miss?
Yeah?
I don't know where my older kid is.
Did you need to go somewhere right now, or are you just kind of curious where he wander off to?
Yeah, I don't know. He was supposed to be here, but I don't see him.
Okay.
He was supposed to tell me, I don't know, can I just take a bed?
Yeah, you should be able to just take a bed.
Okay. I want that one. Is that okay? Points like a bed in the corner that's empty.
Should be fine. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, thank you. And he walks over there, starts unpacking.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll kind of forward in time here to the start of the party. So a couple hours pass by. You guys just kind of talk. You, Colt and Jose, just kind of share some stories. Lucy, you go check on the other kids. Gloria's getting ready. And about when dusk hits, you guys all, meet in that same big cabin, but this time the cabin has like decorations. It's got a little table. You see like that speaker is now hooked. There's a little, not like a DJ table, but like it's like a table with like some CD players that are plugged into that speaker. It's very just like campy setup there. There's a punch bowl that's Gloria's made some punch, probably out of Kool-Aid bursts. Some other stuff.
Kool-Aid burst
Water-
with fruit, so it's sangria for kids.
Yeah. Amazing. So you have a punch bowl sangria for kids.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
So we'll start at that party now. I know Lucy and Gloria are probably already there. I would assume, right?
Question.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
What's the phase of the moon?
Full.
Oh no.
Hey,
Roll the
hey, you
six.
two,
Roll
you
the
two,
six.
leave space for Jesus. Hey,
Amazing.
Oh boy. Well,
I can't.
Yeah.
Did this
Okay,
game
so-
just take a real wild turn?
Right.
Yeah.
Already. No,
Great.
yeah. So you guys go, and now it's kind of like more of a party feel as you kind of walk in there. There's some music going, some people dancing. How do Colt and Jose? How do they enter this space?
I think Colt's kind of like just like do they do this like every year of just like they start off with this homecoming dance thing?
Yeah, it's like everybody in one place. It's like if you wanted everybody in one spot. Kind of scary.
I think that like Colt's gonna glance up in the sky and just like, oh,
You just say,
okay.
"Oh."
You can almost hear like a faint like howl in the background when you look up at the moon.
This will be interesting. Okay. Colt's already like thinking of like, all right, how do I feign sickness so I can get back to the cabin as fast as possible?
All right, so you guys kind of walk in. You see the doughboys like in the middle of the dance floor, like just like not even really dancing with anybody. They're just like having the best time of their lives, it looks like. You see Gloria's over there kind of like by where the punch bowl and like sandwiches are, but then halfway in between like is always jumping into the dance floor and splitting people up. Lucy, where would you think you would be as the counselor? Would you be more interactive or more kind of in the background?
Probably in the background. I'd probably go over by Gloria and ask her, how are your spirits?
let me check. I think they're a bit agitated tonight. Like, you never tell if it's good or bad. It's just a lot of energy. Like, there's lots of kids. They're experiencing all their emotions, and it might be causing some ripples in the spirits tonight. But they'll let me know. But they're going to have a great time. They're going to be
Okay.
well fed. They're going to come out well adjusted. They're going to want to study.
When
Well,
I will say, when you said well fed, there, Glory, there was a sudden chill that you've only felt when the spirits have talked to you or tried to give you messages before.
Espera, wait. I need to light a candle. You see, you got this?
I can take over here for a few minutes, sure.
I need to light a candle. I'll be right
All right.
back.
Let me know what it says.
Okay.
It's too real. It's too real. It's too real. Yeah, okay, so you go up in the back to light a candle, which I'm sure you have many and probably
yeah.
already have it all set up. But yeah, I will say too, we are up to 34%. Thank y'all so 32%. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Please keep donating. If you don't, AJ will cry. It's his birthday day. It's his birthday today now, and he will cry if you don't
Today is
get
now
him a
my
present.
birthday.
Yes, today is now his birthday, and if we don't get 50%, he's gonna cry, and it's your fault. It's your fault. It's not ours. It's yours. Remember that. Your fault. All right. So, she goes to light a candle. You guys are kind of in there, and you see Vic is coming out to like kind of like say hello. He starts like shaking hands with people and like waving at people. But Vic's never been more like social. He's just always been kind of like background running everything. You also see Lucy on the table is a something you didn't notice before, and that you're wondering how Gloria missed. But there seems to be one of the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches has started to like the bread has started to almost like not mold or rotten, but it's starting to like at the very tip of it, the corner of the triangle where it's cut is starting to like turn blue, almost like it's been soaked in some sort of blue liquid.
Just kind of take it, pull it off to the side for
Okay.
now, so I can show her when he gets back. Does it look like any of the others have been dipped in blue juice?
You look, and it's kind of some of the ones that were around that same sandwich do have a little bit of it, but not as much as that main one. So yeah, there's a couple of that look kind of like maybe somebody had like one of those blue Kool-Aid bursts or something like that, and you know, kind of that's what it looks like. It just something spilled on it. And now it's kind of dyed the bread a soggy blue.
All right, yeah, I'll just pull him to the side,
Okay,
just in case.
gotcha.
And I will
All right.
also, if I see people dancing too close, I'll go over and be like, split up, get a little space so Gloria doesn't fight all three of us. Come on.
Amazing. Okay, about that time, Gloria comes back from lighting the candle.
If I would have liked to use my sight now, that
Okay.
since you said Gloria experienced this tingle,
Mm-hmm.
Gloria will interpret that as a mystery. So her move is to see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences, and communicate or make deals, even maybe, with the spirits you see to give me opportunities to spot clues when I investigate a mystery. The mystery being this tingle I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm. So, is there a role prescribed with that for like success? Because
It don't say.
okay, that's fine. So what the tingle, as you kind of like, you know, communicate how you usually do with the spirits when you light the candle and go through what you do, kind of asking what they're trying to tell you, you know, like, what's this mean? What was that tingle? It just washes over you. It's hard to interpret, but the best way you interpret is you feel insecure about the food. Like
the
they're trying to
first
tell
day.
you something about the food.
It's the first day. This is the good stuff. Okay, spirits, I listen to you. I'm gonna shuffle back to the prepared platters, and I maybe Gloria's guess is maybe the spirit telling her that some kid tried to spike the Kool-Aid punch. That's gonna be her first assumption.
Okay. Straight to the punch bowl, and I guess you get a glass and as you dip your finger into the thing and just all the kids, you can all see this. Called they ever just see Gloria like over at the punch bowl.
I think Colt has like a glass and is just like putting it down. Just like,
What's wrong?
Yeah.
We're all family here.
But yeah, you
Hasn't
don't
touched anything.
you don't taste any like kind of spikiness in or any kind of alcohol or anything in the punch. It just tastes like Kool-Aid burst with fruit in it.
Okay. I guess this is this a move to spot the bread? Do I investigate a mystery?
would it be read about it in situation or?
I mean, I was
investigate a
gonna
mystery?
tell you about the bread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say as soon as you go over there, Lucy would be there too, probably watching you do this and be like,
Hey, did you have any of those the blue gusher things? Because it looks like some got on the sandwiches. It probably didn't hurt them, but I put them to the side.
Blue? No.
you-
Blue is not natural. We have the orange flavor because that's fruit and that's good for them. We don't have blue
Makes
here.
sense.
as you say that, you grab the sandwiches and you go to show her, but there's no blue on the sandwiches. That sogginess is gone. They look just fine.
And they were.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The heat must have gotten to me worse than I thought today.
Uh-oh.
They were blue and squishy, like the edges of them.
That's not okay. Did you eat? Are you okay? Maybe you should eat something.
I ate a little bit. I had some jerky in with my bags, but I might just be warm.
The spirits were trying to tell me something, though. I'm not
Oh,
sure what, but something we should be cautious about regarding the food.
Okay.
Maybe they're trying to talk to you too.
That would certainly be interesting.
Just open your heart and listen to them. But if they try to offer you something, give you some gifts, you say no. Lucy, you say no. Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
Oh, see, it's okay to talk to them. Just don't take it. It's fine.
I'm gonna lean over to Colt and say, you see, when the adults are talking for a really long time like this, it's usually a bad sign. I don't know what they're keeping from us, but it's something.
Like how long have we been here for?
I'd say like in a 10-minute range.
Oh man, it's too soon to do that. All right. It was like noted. All right. I guess just try to. I think I'm just gonna like look around in the I guess like of these camp kids and just be like, all right, who's around my age that I could like just dance with, I guess.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
to-
there's
just to pass some time before I do my little excused goodbye.
yeah, I mean, it's typical camp. There's not a lot of people dancing per se. There's just kind of like some kids like out there like talking to each other while they're doing like the little bob,
Oh,
holding their
okay.
glass of punch.
Actually, then where's the music?
I
The
was
music's
gonna
on
ask-
like, yeah, it's on the stage. Like I said, it's a CD player that's hooked into that like PA mic all-in-one system thing.
how well guarded is it?
I mean, right now there's nobody up there, but I mean, there's all sorts of like, not only Lucy and Gloria, but there's other, all the counselors are there. So, I mean, they're just spread out forever. But every once in a while, a counselor will go up there and like change the CD out because they're playing like, wow, that's what I call music 1. And then like they'll change it to 2. And then.
I'm gonna look over to Jose as like, hey, Esse, can you make a distraction? I'm gonna change the music. And just like he's wearing a t-shirt, but underneath he just like brings out like a CD. Just like
With it in his armpit and hold it there. I love
worry
it.
about it.
Look, tape
I love
can
it.
be used for a lot of things. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around and see what might be a useful distraction, because the music would be the distraction for me.
Right. Well, so they've kind of put all the chairs and everything against the walls to like make this pseudo dance floor. There's basically kind of like only real standing room only. Outside there are the picnic tables where there are some kids sitting out like right outside the entrance eating and stuff. But you kind of think to yourself, well, yeah, those are heavy. I won't be able to get to that. Really, the only thing you see is A, what's on the stage, and B, there's a table set up with sandwiches and a punch bowl.
And where are the doughboys?
The Doughboys are kind of like they were on the dance floor, then they went and got a couple sandwiches, and now they're just kind of sitting doing the same thing, like talking to like a group of kids that are obviously younger than them, and just by like their faces, because they're pretty tall. Like the Doughboys are tall and lanky. They're like pushing just over 6 foot, both of them, and but they're super like maybe like 150 pounds. So like they're just very lanky, and they're obviously like the look on their faces. They're like towering over these little kids, like they're the coolest crap around. Like they're just like, yeah, you see them tongue as they're talking over there, kind of moving, sandwich in one hand, punch in the other.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over to the doughboys and I'm gonna tell them that Gloria put out some new sandwiches and would really like their opinion on how she made them. It's a new recipe.
Okay. Let's get you to roll something for that, because we need to roll some stuff. How about you roll? Where'd it go? How about you roll a sharp? Or no, cool. Roll cool. That's better. Roll cool.
Cool.
So do
Okay.
2d6 plus your cool modifier. as you like
Midas.
kind
You mean Midas, Michael, by the way.
of yeah.
Sorry, I lost one of my dice. Give me 1 second. 6.
Yeah. So as you kind of go there and ask that, both the doughboys look at you like, we already got sandwiches, and she hasn't getting any sandwiches. It looks exactly the same. Yeah, they look exactly the same. Aren't you the guy that beat up somebody last year and got kicked out? Yeah, you are that guy that beat up somebody last year and got kicked out. That's him. That's him. What, you gonna
that's
beat
me.
us
What, you
up?
want an autograph?
No. I want you to leave me alone. I'm talking to my friends. And you look and there's like a bunch of like 14-year-olds, like just kind of like looking up at you. And then they look at the doughboys.
Hey, kids.
Hi.
They're not that much younger than I am, but
They're just like, okay, well, anyway, bye.
bye.
See you later. Yeah. They like take another big bite of the sandwich.
Is anything happening to them when they eat these sandwiches?
No, just eating them.
They're just as weird as always.
Yeah, they're just always that weird.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Colt because I didn't succeed in creating any kind of distraction, and be like, and I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna head back to the wall and see what else I can figure out.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna grab a sandwich, just like stand right next to Jose, throw a sandwich at it in the back of their heads, and just like walk away.
At the doughboys?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Uh,
are you initiating food fight protocols?
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you throw it. Let's just, I don't know what we roll. Let's just roll 2D. Don't add any modifier to see like your aim, basically. See how close you get to them as you like chuck the sandwich.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Yeah, so I mean just like perfect, almost like the magical like wanted curving bullet, like it like hits one of them and then half of the sandwich flies off and hits the other. Like, so you got both of them in the head with the same
Nice.
sandwich.
And
And they both like,
I'm just gonna, it's like, that's on USA, and just walk away.
It's on me.
yeah, they turn around and they as they're looking for the person who threw it, they connect eyes with Jose.
I'm just gonna give another one of my deep sighs because I'm in it.
You see the doughboys, they get mad and then but immediately go look for a counselor. They come up to you, Lucy, and they're like, ma'am, that kid threw a sandwich at us, and they point at Jose.
Wow.
And then they point.
Kids fuck suck.
The doughboys are horrible.
Oh my gosh.
They're just like,
Come
they threw a
on.
sandwich. They threw a sandwich at me, and then they start pointing at their head. Look, this one has peanut butter. Yeah, my head has jelly on it.
So it hit you in the back of the head.
Yes.
How do you know who threw it?
Because he just came up there and told us that we had to eat more sandwiches, and we told him we didn't want to, and he's being weird. And then he got mad and walked away and threw a sandwich at us.
You realize that doesn't make any sense, right?
Look, why would I put peanut butter in my hair? Why would I put jelly in my hair?
I'm allergic
I'm
to
just-
peanuts.
I'm just asking how you knew it was him. I'm not saying somebody didn't throw a sandwich at you, but you decided to just immediately point fingers.
Well, who else would throw a sandwich at us? He was just talking about sandwiches, and then he got mad because we didn't want him to hang out with us. So obviously he would throw a sandwich. Yeah, it's obviously him.
How much commotion are they making?
I mean, there's some counselors that are starting to kind of walk over to kind of like see what's going on. So I would say out of a 1 to 10, they're creating like a 5 disturbance, like right in the middle.
This is as good as I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go over to the DJ booth.
Okay. Yeah, you get your, do me a let's see, like a sharp, I guess, like as you're trying to like sneak up there and like attempt to change the music on us.
Another 10. We love this.
We love
this
it.
is the first time that I get to plus something.
Hey, you know why it is? It's because it's your birthday.
It's because it's my
That's why
birthday,
you're-
guys.
And you know what else AJ would love for his birthday? For us to get to 50% on that Ko-Fi goal. We are raising money for a great cause. That is why we're here. Why I'm playing this game right now. We are at, let me put the refresh on there, 33% of our goal. Thank y'all so much for all your donations. Please keep giving if you can, or keep hanging out in the chat. We love to see y'all in there as well. And we will continue, but please donate, because if we don't get to 50%, AJ's going to cry because it's his birthday, and that's your fault. Your fault. That's on you, not us. You. That's all you. Okay. So yes, Disturbance. What do you change? What CD was in taped? What CD did you magically go?
It's a mixtape.
Okay.
There's multiple different songs on there.
What are we talking? Punk, metal? What did you put on here?
Well, I think the first one to catch everyone's attention is Footloose. Got to put the first song as Footloose. It's like, and just like,
Do you hear a cut off
boost
of the
up
radio announcer before it goes to the song because you didn't hit record at this right second?
So yeah, you guys just all of a sudden hear like the music just stop. And since it is a CD player, it takes about a good 15-20 seconds for the next song starts. You got to take out the CD, then you got to shut it, then you got to press play.
Give me a second. Hold on.
Then you gotta wait. So it's amazing you got this on. What a roll. And you got Footloose in there because everybody is so like into this, like who threw the sandwich. All the counselors have actually come around, and you see like some of the counselors that are more friendly towards the Doughboys because they're also kind of crappy counselors, are like investigating the peanut butter and looking at the jelly, and they're talking about angles and how the only possible angle it could have come from is where Jose was at, and there's nobody else over there. So y'all are kind of having like this mini court on like
Are we
mini
seriously
judge.
investigating sandwich ballistics here? Is that what's going on?
Yes, that's what's going on at this table is sandwich ballistics at the moment. So yeah, we zoom back into that conversation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no other possible angle that it could have come from where it hit both of us. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So you have to do something. Isn't it like it's like Third Strike or something? Can we get rid of this guy? He got in a fight last year. What if he tries to punch me?
You're grown at this point. That would be silly, and you should be old enough to walk away when a child is antagonizing you. You are both 18, aren't you?
Yes, but we just turned 18. Yeah, we just turned 18. And you see one of the other Lucy, look, we gotta, if Jose threw it, we can't just let that go unpunished.
Okay, hold on. You said you were talking to these kids, right?
Yeah.
And I look over at the kids and I'm like, did you guys see anything? And I'll do like,
They look at the Doughboys first, and then they look at you and go, I think he threw it because he was mad and he was talking about sandwiches. And they look at the Doughboys again, then look at you.
so now you guys are intimidating the smaller kids. Okay.
What is? I don't even know what.
I'm just making it increasingly
Footloose is just
louder.
going on, and you see some of the as you're having this conversation, that counselor that was actually like questioning you, Lucy kind of goes, "What the? Hold on," and he like starts to walk into the CD player. So you kind of it's just you again, Lucy, with the Doughboys, and they're just
it's peanut butter and jelly. I'm sure you're going to get covered in worse by the end of camp, unless of course you are scared of getting slightly dirty at camp.
No, but
Okay.
it's just
Then
nope.
We'll just move on. It's supposed to be a party. People get messy at parties. I'm sorry your shirt got dirty. I will keep an eye. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on Jose anyway, because we know he's had a little bit of difficulty in the past. Y'all stay away from him. I'll make sure he stays away from you.
Okay, so I guess, if we're just supposed to get dirty anyway, then this won't matter. And he grabs like a big handful of sandwiches, turns around, and just throws it towards Jose.
Oh my god.
Was Gloria
And,
watching any of this?
Oh yeah, you're there for all of it. And he just throws the sandwiches at Jose.
You did not just
He's
waste
doing
food
it me. And Jose,
in
you get
front of
pelted
me.
like in the chest with a couple sandwiches. some peanut butter, some jelly on you, but no big deal. And they're just like, he did it first. Why am I getting punished?
I'm just gonna look over at Gloria because she knows I'm respectful to the adults.
This is what did Dad call it? What is it? Tyranny. This is tyranny. We won't stand for it.
I mean, you're both 18. You're free to leave.
But I like it here. He grabs another sandwich and he goes to throw it, and he sees Gloria's chunk, and he goes, and then eats it, and they walk away. Everything kind of dies down a little bit. The table's a little bit left for where it's like where he grabbed the big handful of sandwiches. All the sandwiches have kind of crumbled and look gross at that point. And by this time, Colt, the counselors, come out there and stop Footloose. And
man, I was gonna start dancing.
But he also is like looking around, like, I said, y'all, who's this? Because what does your CD say on it when he takes the CD out?
Dang, I was trying to think of something really clever. I think it just says it says CC's mixtape, honestly.
So he's just like, who's CC? Is that one of the counselors? Wait, who's got the now? Oh, there he gets the now thing and he puts it in there. So
yeah, that totally says
getting some echo.
Oh.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So
that totally CC means camp counselor. Yeah.
So the music goes back, but before he does the music, he grabs the microphone. He says, "All right, everybody, we're gonna do the immunizations now. So just line up, and we'll get everybody inoculated, and we'll go out with our day. Want to make sure we don't get any of those diseases out here in Northwest Texas. So, all right, and as you guys, this is something that anybody's been in the camp before, you're all used to, with the exception of Colt. They give you all these little inoculations. Now, Brian, you had asked me something before. You can use that now if you want to. You had an ability called Connect the Dots, correct?
Yeah, I have an ability called Connect the Dots. At the beginning of each mystery, I can look at the wider patterns that current events might be a part of. So I get to roll plus sharp. I rolled a 10. My sharp is 12.
Ooh, okay. So you start to put some things together. Last year, you remember this, right? And something that caught your eye last year, the same thing's catching your eye again. You see the syringes you're using for the inoculation, and they all seem normal. They're just regular things that you've gotten here before. But last year, you noticed that there was a weird syringe that looked like it had some like blue in it, and you noticed that the person that was giving it, and it's the same person, the same lady here. They bring out a nurse. She comes to give the inoculations, and you saw her switch. Like, you could have sworn you saw her like switch needle guns. Like, they have a needle gun, they switch needle guns to a different one with a blue hue to it. And now you are watching her again. It's the same lady. She has the regular gun, and you notice in her pocket is a bulge, and you see just the tip of the gun syringe sticking out, and you see that same blue liquid. You start to put some things together and go, wait. And you start to go, that shouldn't be. Why would they have two? Why would they switch it up on people? And then you see, right as the doughboys get in line, she quickly switches deftly that blue one and gives both of them a shot with the blue liquid, and then goes back to the other one.
What color is the other one? It's
clear. Yeah, it's clear. It looks like a regular shot.
I'm gonna. Who's closest to me from our?
I think I came back to you because I'm just like, I'm wiping off the peanut butter and stuff. Sorry, I had to take that. Your method was not working, essay.
Yeah. Don't line up. Look at the nurse with the gun, and I'm gonna point out that it looks like she's got two that she's switching between.
She's a small frame nurse. She's got light skin. She's got sunshine, like blonde hair, pulled back very tight. She's wearing a lab coat. She has glasses on, freckles all over her face. And when you turn, she kind of turns. You see on the lab coat it says Double Dolly Industries on it.
Would I recognize that name from anywhere?
Yeah, you guys being around like the Northeast Texas, Double Dolly is a big like scientific research company located in Dallas. They've got like a big, large building. You constantly advertisements for like, we're researching this. If you're between these ages and have these problems, you can come. They're constantly doing things like that, like just medical research, generic things like that. And a lot of times, like in your school, you see like the same Double Dolly people giving out inoculations and everything. They kind of take the public health services are privatized under them. Oh, scary.
Whoa.
I'm talking to a ghost now.
Jorge just disappeared. Jose just disappeared.
He used his magic ability. Where'd he go?
Donate now to get him back. Donate now to get him back.
If we donate 20% right now,
right,
we get Brian back.
Listen, if you like Brian, then you can get Brian back. Because right now, he got evaporated. Thanos just snapped and Brian disappeared. It's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. But we'll continue. Brian will come back. I will like to say thank you. Don't worry. We have tech goblins. We're going to get it figured out, guys. Everything's cool. Oh, he's back. Okay, look, there we go. We're good. I miss Brian. You still don't have sound.
How about now?
Really low, but yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. It's not a stream, especially a live stream, unless you have one tech problem. Like if you do a stream without a tech problem, you're not streaming. Like that, you're just not. That's what it is.
That should fix it. So yeah, I don't trust these people. The one with the dolly, whatever. I'm not taking a shot.
Would I notice the blue looks the same as on the sandwiches?
Well, you haven't seen the blue unless he tells you about it. That's just something that he saw. So you don't know about the blue in the liquid. You just know about the blue on the sandwiches. Yeah.
I'm gonna, because I was planning on leaving anyway because of different situation. I'm gonna go up to Lucy and just be like, hey, I'm just not really feeling that good. I think I ate one of those. I think like one of the sandwiches and the juice didn't really mix with me. I gotta I don't know. Maybe it was just too much excitement or something. I'm not even looking at Gloria because I know Gloria is gonna be so pissed.
Give me a charm roll to see if you could. Actually, I'll roll off just see if who believes who, because that's just more fun that way. Just have a roll off to see if you believe him or not.
Oh boy. I mean, I'll add my charm.
Yeah, you can add your charm modifier to these, but
would I add sharp or anything if I'm trying to basically insight? Okay.
Just charm on this one. Just to make it even, just to see what.
That's a 9.
To 12.
Well, I rolled a 7, but I have a feature called luck, and I can mark a luck to change your roll to a 12.
All right. So both of you aren't believing this at all from Colt.
I will walk you back to your cabin if you are not feeling well.
You have to always finish everything on your plate.
I do.
I will get you more food.
I think, Gloria, I think he overate.
And you need something to settle your stomach. I'll bring you something.
Okay, I'm gonna come up now, and I'm gonna kind of whisper to Lucy that I think the nurse at the end with the needle gun has some weird junk in her pocket, and you might want to check that out.
Junk in her trunk.
No.
No, the word you described was bulge in pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of look at Colt. I'll look at Jose, and I'll be like, Jose, sadly, you're gonna have to leave the party early. Your your
Bunkmate.
bunkmate, I was gonna say little brother, even though you're older, it's whatever, isn't feeling great. We're gonna walk him. Gloria and I are gonna walk the two of you over, get something to settle his stomach, and then we're gonna have to bring you guys back to the cabin. Like acknowledging what you said and like everybody let's get out.
You see as you try to like move that there's counselors at each one of the exits, and they're like, have y'all gotten your shots yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're good.
I didn't see y'all get shots. Y'all been standing right in front of me since she's been giving out shots, and you never went in the line.
Then why'd you ask?
Well, I asked as just as a formality, knowing the answer, assuming you wouldn't just flat out lie to me, quite honestly.
And I think I'm just gonna just like, oh gosh, oh stomach.
You see the nurse comes over when she hears you retch. You can catch her name tag now. It says Amy on it, and she kind of like comes up to you, and she's just like, "Oh, what's going on?"
I think I
Over
just need to-
8.
I think I
Yeah,
need
we
to
were
lay
just taking it back
down.
to his cabin.
I can get the
Oh.
shot later or something. I
You don't think
know,
he already has the flu or something? We need to get him quarantined immediately. We need to get this. And he starts looking at the other counselors. We need to get this kid quarantined.
And he has been with me and with Gloria and
Oh.
with Jose. So that
Okay,
is
we
why
need to
we
quarantine
were
all these
leaving.
people right here. And no, y'all need to stay here. Y'all need to stay here. We need to get everyone else out because you're okay. This could be bad. And you see, she kind of starts to shuffle around,
Before she walks away, am I on the side where she's got the suspicious pocket, or the other side?
the suspicious
Yes.
bulge.
you're on the suspicious bulge side.
Welcome to streaming TTRPGs, Brian.
I'm trying to figure out whether I want to take a chance and destroy whatever she's got in her pocket. What would I need to roll to pick her pocket?
I'd say it's sharp.
Okay. Can I use luck?
I'm on a stream.
Sure.
Yeah. So luck is mark luck to change a roll to 12 or avoid all harm. So I'm gonna do that. Do I still add sharp, or it's just a 12?
Yeah, add your sharp.
All right. So that it's a 14.
Yeah, so you are able to definitely take that gun with the blue liquid out of her pocket without her noticing as she's bending down to kind of like look at Colt, and then she stands up. You've got it in your possession now, and she starts like, all right, is there? And she looks at you, Gloria. Is there a kitchen or something where y'all can go? The kitchen's attached to this large building, so
Yes.
so-
And Storytell, I will also say that when I use a luck,
Uh-huh.
my dark side's needs will get nastier. And we've been flavoring them as my spirit so far. So that's in your
Okay.
court.
Gotcha.
Okay. We will go to the kitchen and we will wait.
Okay.
Don't keep us waiting
kinda-
long.
No, but I have to get all these kids. We have to take care of this right now. And so she lets y'all like puts y'all in the kitchen, and she asks one of the other counselors to like make sure they don't leave. Okay, we have to take care of this. This could be bad. You kind of hear him talking like, why would it be bad? Like, can you imagine a whole camp of students getting the flu at the same time or getting sick? This would be a disaster. I mean, we're in charge of public health, and this is supposed to be, and like they just kind of have that conversation about how important it is as she's stressing it. And so yeah, he's standing guard as she goes out. You kind of hear the music cease as like everything kind of stops and goes outside, and you guys are just kind of now sitting in the kitchen by yourselves.
Is there a window showing to the outside, like showing the sky or something?
Yeah, there's a couple windows like in the back, like above the sink where they wash the dishes, but they're like kitchen windows. So they're not
I am
yeah.
staying away from the windows
All
as
right.
much as I can.
You guys hear rain start to fall, thunder as the night takes over.
Oh, great.
You're sitting in there alone.
How long have we been in there?
It's just been you literally just kind of been a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna take the syringe gun out of my pocket and with my
Mhm.
back to the door because I don't want anybody coming in. Start examining. Like,
Okay.
seems weird about it?
What are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I've never seen blue medicine that gets injected into a person before. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it across the room. Is there anything else that seems weird about it, or it just seems like a regular syringe with?
Yeah, it looks exactly like a regular syringe gun, except for the syringe instead of being with usually a clear liquid is with a blue liquid.
I'm gonna show the gun to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Just do any
So
of you
yeah,
know what's going on here?
Mijo, my boy, why do you have this?
This was what the nurse was injecting some of the kids with. But only some of them. She was switching.
Does this look like that same blue? Now that we are being shown it.
Mm-hmm. Now that you kind of look at it, it does. It has more of a higher viscosity, so it's like a little bit thicker than things. And as you kind of are moving it up and down the syringe, now you can see it's almost like if y'all remember from the '90s, GAC. It's almost like that thickness as it's going like up and down the tube. And you
peanut butter shot.
You look at the gun, and now you're starting to notice, you're more used to these, that this is much larger than a regular inoculation needle. Like to have this got like that thickness of go through, like the needle has to be rather large. We're talking about probably the size of like not like the pencil lead, like that kind of like thickness. So yeah, it's a little bit bigger than a regular needle would be.
Well, that's not normal. I think we can all agree that that's not normal. Gloria, this is the color that I was talking about on the sandwiches.
Why would this be on the sandwiches? Wait. I go
Have
to
you had
one of the-
anybody? Is anybody new in the kitchens this year?
No.
How long have they been doing inoculations here?
For about 3 years.
So since
Ever
I've been come
since-
here, since I was a kid, have I noticed anybody new in the past 3 years, specifically like?
The only thing that's new is ever since the Dallas metropolitan area's public health service got privatized, you started seeing these double dolly people show up at the camp and do things. But other than that, the camp itself has been the same people.
Gloria would like to go to the freezer and pull out like 94 one of those Western beef giant boxes of gray hamburger pucks frozen.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
Slap one onto
absolutely.
the counter. She's like, put some of the blue stuff on there. Is this safe? What does it do to flesh? And
Let's
we
find
were
out.
to Squirt some of this blue stuff onto this gray patty.
You squirt it onto the patty, and it just kind of sits atop the patty like a little bubble of blue liquid, but it's got a dome to it because it's so thick. It doesn't thin out across the patty. It just kind of stays in this like viscous
like
puddle.
gel toothpaste.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, this is concerning. I'm not sure whether we should smash it or burn it, but we can't let this thing back out. Whatever's in here.
Maybe that's just like double, triple, quadruple the vitamins you need.
Then they wouldn't be giving it to only some of them.
I'll take a multivitamin. I don't trust these people.
But hold on. No boy, Colt. You're sick? What's going on?
Yes.
You want some caldo? You want some broth?
Well, okay. I'm okay. I'm not sick, but there is something else that I don't want to be here for.
You say you don't like me?
No,
Why
it's
don't
not.
you wanna leave?
No.
How you're hurting my feelings? How you say you don't like me? That's very mean of you. I've been nothing but nice. I've only been feeding you. I only care for you.
No, senora. No, it's not. It's not. It's something else. Ugh. And I think like if you take a little bit closer look, um, Colt is a little bit hairier.
So can I use one of my moves? I've read about this sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's gonna be
Are you for what's going on with Colt or what the liquid is?
honestly, I feel like whatever is going on with the liquid is going to bring more people in here that we're going to have to deal with. So getting some kind of answer about that. Like I'm keeping an eye on cults. But right now where the hell did that go? My focus is on kind of the blue liquid and whatever nonsense that's going to bring. So
Okay.
3, 5, so 8, and then 2, so 10.
So now are you trying to like have you seen this liquid before? Is that what you're trying to do? Or
So with the expert playbook, I kind of took it as I am just a huge, not necessarily conspiracy theory, but just tracking not only conspiracy theories, maybe that's a better way to put it.
okay.
But lore of certain areas, um, weird illnesses that have shown up and disappeared and shown up and disappeared, and then obviously mythology and folklore of the area. So I'm
Gotcha.
looking at this and I'm kind of just like racking my brain of, okay, in the past 3 years, has there been any increase in anything strange? Has anyone, has there been any new kind of either good or bad? Like, have we seen test scores increase all of a sudden? Like, just in the past 3 years, has there been anything weird like that that kind of just seemed to come out of nowhere?
Okay. All you can I guess take from this liquid and like your vast conspiracies and things like that would be that as you start kind of looking at the bluish hue, you can see kind of like this almost like white flecks in it. And it kind of hits you in some of the stories you've read, more in like kind of the sci-fi-ish conspiracies of I guess what's the word? Like people call it mind control gel, like in the things you've talked about, things you've seen. It's like an anamorphic sentient gel that latches onto life.
Okay.
Like a parasitic gel, if you will.
Okay. We would need to burn it, would be my guess. I don't like the idea of breaking it and like washing it down. But I don't think that's an option right at this second, and we just need to get rid of it.
Okay. I can deep fry it.
That'll work.
We can boil it. You can like put it into an empanada.
Toss the whole thing. I would say toss the whole thing, boil it. If they ask, we were trying to sterilize it for them because we found it on the floor.
Okay. I take out one of these giant metal pots, like any gallon size, start filling it up with water, slam it onto the gas burner, click it up, highest setting, fire like really rolling.
It's gonna take a minute for that to start boiling.
Put it in.
How? Okay, so are you putting the whole gun in? Are you taking out a syringe? Are you doing anything with the meat stuff? Like, what's the plan here?
I think the meat that got the juice on it and
Yeah.
the whole syringe both need to get destroyed.
Gloria will like put on her latex glove, pick up the patty with the gel on it, and just toss it into the vat that's boiling. That's getting to a boil.
Okay. So as Gloria grabs this hamburger patty, she goes to throw it. When she throws the hamburger patty, the little clump of blue jumps off the patty and hits you right in the nose. As it's on your nose, you feel it start to move into your nostril and start to crawl up in your nostril. It's like starting to get in there. You're working, but it's constantly working against you. You guys start to see Gloria mess with her nose, this thing, and you see bits of blue are disappearing into Gloria's nostril as she's messing with it.
Oh, great.
Basta, Moko, stop it, Moko, stop it.
Fight as you might, it's still making its way up there. And now they're dog monsters.
I don't want dog monsters.
Oh no, dog monsters. We don't want those.
I guess something bad is happening.
Yes, something bad.
Something happening.
That's a good hunch.
I may have a hunch that something bad is happening.
Gloria just in this moment is like, guys, I think this is bad.
I think I have a problem.
No bueno. This is not good.
Well, normally the move says that on a success, I know where I need to go. Could we maybe I know what I need to do if I roll the success?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay. So on a 10 plus sharp, which is I know. Yeah, that's a total of 2.
Can I use luck on somebody else? Is that I don't
sure.
know how this works. Sure,
I don't know either. And we're gonna say yeah.
I'll use luck and make it a 12.
Okay.
You're like, I need to get this out of my nose. But
I'm going to
you don't you have no knowledge of how it would do. The only thing you can think of immediately would be a neti pot or something in the other nostril to force it through your sinus and out this nostril, right? So that's the only thing you could possibly think of. So hose, water, something, you got to try to flush it out.
Okay. You know how those sinks sometimes have like this little plastic tube like hose on them?
Mm-hmm.
Extension. It's not going to be pleasant, but I'm going to pull one of those up my other nostril. Look scared at everyone else and just open the tap.
As you open the tap, you're gonna take one harm because like just the rush of water through your sinus, but it does flush the blue goop out. You see it shoot into the sink, and but it's now got a little bit of reddish hue. You see a little bit of blood start to trickle from Gloria's nose, and now it almost like that red that you guys see this on the counter because it landed right next to the sink. That red sinks into the blue, turns purple, grows a little bit. Now it's about the size of the hamburger was, and it starts to move. The gel starting to slowly crawl on the.
No. Basta.
I'm gonna stick a slightly smaller pot into the big pot and just boiling water on top of it and see if it helps.
Once the boiling water it shrieks, like you hear like kind of like makes like this weird shrieking sound, and it starts to skitter faster. But you see like a little bit of tinge on it, but it doesn't seem to actually damage it, like the outer or do any damage to it necessarily.
Cover the drain. We don't want it getting into the sewer system or the septic system.
Toss that whole thing in there while it's still contained.
As you guys are like talking, you kind of hear a voice come from where the door was and go, or you could just give it back to me. You turn around and you see that nurse sitting there. Yes, I would like to have my experiment back, please. And I ask that you give it to me with no trouble.
You don't put this into children. You don't experiment on the children. There are
You
treasures.
don't tell me what to do, and you have no idea. I'm
You
making
don't
the
talk to me
children
like
better.
that. No, you don't talk to
Listen,
me
ma'am,
like that.
I respect what you do, but you're way out of depth here. Okay, I'm helping the children. I'm making them better. That's all you need to know. I'm not
What
hurting
makes them better is a good diet, fruits,
Yes.
and whole grains.
And don't you
Not
think
experiments.
if you told these kids to do that and they actually did it, wouldn't that be a better world?
I make them do it. And no, boys, you go behind us. Go behind us now.
Look, there's an easy way and there's a hard way. The easy way is you let me have my experiment back. You have a great summer camp. You enjoy it. You get home and you go about with your lives. And nothing changes for you. Everything's the same. The hard way, you don't leave camp.
No, I know their parents. They're going to go back to their wonderful parents.
I know their parents too. I know
you crazy
everything
nurse,
about
you
all
go back.
of you.
You stand back down. You stand back.
You see, she goes, okay. She stands back and pushes the door open. There are these two large humanoid figures, but they have like red eye. One has red eyes and one has green eyes. Or not green eyes, sorry. One has red eyes, one has pink eyes. Not pink eye, pink eyes.
Oh, that's
No.
worse.
Yeah.
You should get that checked
Boys?
out.
Boys, Gloria's going to make an opening for you. And then you run. You run home. I would like to make a big whammy.
Ooh, a big whammy. That sounds big. Okay. What is it? Tell me.
I use my powers to kick some ass, roll weird instead of tough, and the attack has 2 harm, close, obvious, ignore armor. On a miss, I get magical backlash. Basically, I roll an attack using weird instead of tough.
Awesome. Okay, which one are you going? Are you going for Amy? Or are you going for the red or the pink? Now, both of these figures are about 6'3", 6'4". They're not like the Doughboys. They're completely jacked. Like they're like didn't skip leg day, arm day, nothing. They don't skip any days at the gym. And when she pushed open the doors, the red guy, he pulled the door off and slammed it back. And the one with the pink kicked the door, but not in a way a human would do, kicked it like a mule kick and mule kicked the door off. And then you see, as you're starting to like rev for your attack, Amy goes, guess we're doing the hard way. Tell me what you roll.
Okay, I'll go for guy who ripped the door off. I'm going to say this the strength
Red.
is imposing.
Red.
Okay. Roll good. Plus my weird, that is an 8.
Okay.
And
how
I
are
guess
you?
my chancla goes up and my hair like starts floating upwards. And then you see like this slow images of the chancla going foo, 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 splash, 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 splash.
As the chancla floats through the air, you can almost see like these transparent images of like lit candles surrounding the chancla as it's flying through the air. And you see it hits the guy like right in the neck, and he kind of takes one harm, but just cracks his neck and goes and starts to walk towards you.
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the syringe and just drop it in the pot and at least take that out. Like, yes, she can get more, but that at least is hopefully taken care of for the moment.
So you grab the syringe, you drop it in the pot. As soon as it hits the pot, the blue liquid jumps out and tries to attach to your hand.
It's still the whole syringe, or it just tries to stab me, basically?
No, it popped out of the syringe. Like the liquid broke the glass of the syringe, like shot out of the water, and is trying to attach to your hand to get out, basically.
Cool. Hey.
So now it's almost like, excuse the description, but it's like you have like just 2 fingers hanging, and there's just like long blue booger just kind of like hanging down from your fingers. And as you're trying to like fling it off. Every time you like go to fling, like it gets a little bit higher on your hand. You go to fling again, it gets a little bit higher on your hand, and it's almost to your wrist right now.
I'll just go ahead and with the dangle like over the fire and see if the fire itself is what's needed.
Over.
Because
Oh.
she said she cranked the stove up about as high as it would go, and I'm just picturing Little Mermaid chef where the fire's like up over the side.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's same. So yeah, so as you lower your hand down, you see that it starts to like bubble, almost like when you put like you will light a lighter to like a pin or something like that. Plastically bubble starts to do it, and it lets out another large shriek. But this time it starts like now it's starting to fly up as it like kind of bends backwards away from the flame and is coming towards your face. It's going to attempt to get in there, but let's go to Colt and Jose. Did y'all take Gloria's advice and get behind them, or what are y'all doing?
So I've been slowly transforming in the corner. So if Jose looks back, they don't see Colt anymore. They see just this probably a foot taller hairy, claws out, the hind legs ripped through the jeans, and like the shoes are like broken and everything. Yellow eyes are glowing, teeth just fangs are out, and just this as the door came off and they were like, oh, we're gonna do the hard way, just a low growl, just like
this immediately catches Amy's attention. You see Amy kind of perk up and go. She grabs both of them and goes, forget the others. Give me that. And they both turned attention towards Colt.
If Brian will allow me, I'm going to grab Jose and just break through the wall and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, so the problem in here, the wall is like covered in counters. So there's counters all through. So you'd have to, it's going to be pretty tough. Can I break
through the window then?
The window, yeah, but it's a very small, like kitchen window, like this size. So you wouldn't be able to fit through it. Now you can still attempt to. I'm not going to limit you. If you want to try, I'm just saying it's going to be very difficult.
I'm going to just jump on a table and just like curl, like hold Jose as close as I can, and just like hurl myself through.
Okay.
Through this window and just jumping as hard as I can.
Okay. Now give me it's not strength. What's it called? So toughness. Is it tough in this game? So many games.
Can it be weird since I'm trying to use like my unholy strength that I'm just like attacking a wall?
Does when you shape, doesn't it give you a bonus to your toughness, or is that?
It gives me a bonus to my superior senses, but I do have unholy strength, which gives me like just lets me use my weird instead of tough when I kick some ass. And I'm just trying to kick the.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying to beat up a window.
So yeah, you kind of cover and you go for this jump. Now I'm gonna let you roll a weird, but since it's kind of tougher, I'm gonna put a negative modifier on it. So you need to roll a weird, but I'm gonna give you a -2. So I don't know if that cancels out your weird or whatever, but
my weird is +3.
So now it's a +1.
11.
Okay, so you see Colt grab Jose, wrap him up, and just with the fierceness and everything, bursts through, like kind of jumps up on the countertop and then jumps through the window. Where the window once was is now just a hole with wood and studs and like the remnants of insulation as in the 90s pink insulation that's bad for you. just everywhere as you kind of roll onto the ground. Now, Jose, I'm going to need you to take 1 harm just from the fall and the thing, as you don't have the unholy strength that Colt does. But yeah, you're kind of outside, but we're going to pause y'all there if y'all have made that move, and you're going to see the 2 different eyed figures start to run towards the hole. Amy, after she sees you jump, sprints back like outside the door where the doors were. One of them you think Gloria thinks coming right towards you, and so like you almost wins, but it literally runs past you towards the hole, and so does the one with pink eyes. I've got to change. So does one with pink eyes.
Scarlet. Scarlet.
Scarlet. Thank you, Scarlet. Why did I think of that? Scarlet Eye runs towards the hole, and they both follow. Like, imagine a cartoon where there's a hole in the wall and then someone else falls, but their silhouettes through it. Like, that's exactly what happens as they use their action and time to go out the hole as well. They roll onto the ground, making it even wider now. And you 2 are kind of like in the back. Now, Lucy, we'll go to you real quick because you're dealing with a blue goo trying to get into your face right now. How do you want to deal with that?
This is gonna hurt. I'm gonna try and make it drop. So I'm just gonna stick like as much of my hand is covered and disconnect it from my hand. And I'm just going straight into the fire with it. So it'll disconnect and just drop and pull back.
Okay. Give me, I guess, a
sorry, I'm getting a little aggressive over here.
Cool under pressure. Like, what is that? Cool. Yeah, give me a cool. See,
I got a whole +1 to that.
How long you can basically hold it in the fire and keep your cool without like letting that go. So
the human instinct to not set yourself on fire. 10.
All right. So you see, well, Gloria going in there, but Lucy just dips her hand into the roaring flames. The blue liquid starts cackling and screaming, but soon it starts to bubble, and you see it like fall off of you, and now it's just like a black mass on the ground, unmoving. Lost all of its color and luster, and even most of its gel-like form. And it's now just a hard plastic on the ground in the shape of just a plop.
Are there still people out in the main, or has everybody cleared out?
You have no idea. Like, you've been in this room for 30 minutes, so it's just, you don't know. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anybody out there, but you'd be hard pressed because someone just jumped through a wall. So,
And then I have an armory. I figured I have it in my car.
Okay.
Because I probably wouldn't leave without it.
Right.
So I'll look over at Gloria. I'm like, we got to get to my car. I've got some stuff that might help.
All right. So this is a camp. So your parking probably is, I'd say, a good half mile away from you, as most people park at a parking area and take a trail to the camp. So you can get there, but it is a travel that'll be near. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we can drive the boys out. Boys, we're going to go for a ride.
They burst through the wall.
That's a good place to start.
As you kind of look for the boys, you see that, yes, as you look through the hole, you see Colt in his monstrous form turn around and release Jose, who lands on the ground. And before you can even say that, your vision is obstructed as these 2 hulking figures stand up, and all you see is their backs as they're looking at Colt. They instantly go towards Colt. I need you to roll a tough.
Okay.
What if they didn't go towards me? What if they didn't do what you just did?
Well, they rolled double 6s.
I rolled an 8.
They're rolling so bad.
The one with red eyes runs towards you as fast as they can and literally just swings down, and with the force you haven't felt yet. Even then, you feel powerful in this form, Colt. Like, this is the form that you feel the most powerful in. I mean, you just jump through a wall. He picks you up like a rag doll by the neck, tucks you under his arm, and keeps running, almost like you're a football, and he's got to score a touchdown. The pink one, seeing that, turns around and locks eyes with Gloria.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
It it literally just reaches through the wall and pushes you down, Gloria. You're gonna take 2 harm as you kind of roll back and hit.
Okay.
Lucy, through the hole, you can see, getting further and further away, is this big hulking figure with now what looks like just a wolf under its arm. You see also a couple kids sticking their heads out of like the other cabins and stuff too. Jose, what are you doing in this moment? Let's real quick.
Well, I'm trying to
As
get
you
my
just
bearings from
Yeah.
having been carried through a wall.
Mhm.
Can I use read a bad situation and then still take another action, or that'll be my?
Yeah, sure, why not? You've been kind of like, not in the moment, so yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a bad situation. It's roll
Okay.
sharp.
What? Going through walls is just another Saturday, man. It's
Yeah.
just like,
All right, so I got 4 + 4 + 2 is 10.
Uh-huh.
Cool. I can ask 3 questions, I guess.
Go for it.
Are there any dangers that we haven't noticed?
Yes.
oh, damn.
What's the biggest threat right now?
Amy.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
Run.
So how far away did Pink Guy carry Colt?
Well, Scarlet, we're gonna call him Scarlet now. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, AJ. Scarlet is next to you. Red Eyes is the one running with Colt, and he's now probably about 60 yards away as he's just like sprinting off.
Jeez, I'm crow.
He's
Yeah, I'm not gonna-
fast, really
I can't-
fast.
I'm not going to catch him.
Yeah, you
Um,
can. You'd have to run like a 3-second 40 to catch this guy.
Yeah,
He's
no, I don't have that kind of speed.
Yeah, maybe if you donate some money, you can help us out.
that
So
is a
we can-
great.
So
That's a
we
great point.
we cannot die.
Yeah, like I said, if we don't get to 50%, I'm killing everybody. No, no, if we don't.
We don't have that much time.
It is AJ's birthday. Yeah, you better get those in. You're gonna make him cry on his birthday. We are at 35%. In all honesty, thank y'all so much for donating. Like, really, it is greatly appreciated. But yeah, let's wrap this up here as we see him running into the distance with Colt.
So
What's your next
move?
move?
I still want to do something. So
Okay.
as it happens, I always have that giant flashlight on me, hidden in my jacket. So I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna bash the brute
Scarlet?
that's facing into the building from
Okay.
behind.
Okay. How much harm are you doing?
Well, normally I do 1, but I have sneaky, which when I attack from ambush or from behind, I inflict +2.
Okay, so 3
so
harm.
3 unless I roll real high, in which case it might be more.
Yeah.
11. So on a 10 plus, I can choose 1 extra effect. Let's inflict terrible harm. So it's an additional plus
Alright.
1 harm, so that'll be 5 harm.
Yeah, you
4.
you crack this thing in the back of like the back, like kind of like up here, like almost to the head, the base of the skull, and you immediately see it like kind of punch down, grab its neck, and turn around and look at you. Its eyes flare up, scarlet. Thank you, as possible, and it kind of zones in on you now. Definitely did some damage to it, but it's not down. And we'll go to back to Gloria and Lucy, who are in. Gloria, you're standing up from just being knocked down. Lucy, your hands kind of a little red first degree burn. Luckily, it did get insulated a little bit by the goop, but still there's some flames that touch your skin, so you've got some burn. So go ahead and give yourself 2 harm as you took some flame damage there.
How? Oh, sorry, Gloria, go ahead.
Is there a fire alarm? And I'm hoping there's a fire alarm toggle in the kitchen.
There's not a fire alarm. There's a fire extinguisher in there, but no, there's no alarm system.
Okay.
Now it is set up that if there is a large fire, like it'll have like the foam come out, like it has the old school foam system they used to have. But yeah, that's the only way you can get that to go off is if you got heat close enough to the sensor in the ceiling.
Yeah, my thought was to alert the other campers, but I think the breaking of a wall has probably heightened some things already. So
but you do know there is a PA system if you're looking for something like that. Like there's a PA system that you could go get on. It's in Vic's office to like if you want to reach everyone in the camp, like that'll go to every camp, every cabin.
But the plan, I think we settled on the plan, which was get to Lucy's car. So I'll go with that. The Pink Eye and Scarlet are still chasing us.
No, Pink Eye and Scarlet. That's no, the guy with the red. They're running with Colt. One of them's running with Colt. The other one is like with y'all, and one of them's just running away with Colt under his arm. So as you guys are like making your way outside, and you kind of are finishing off with this one in pink. I'm not even gonna like honestly make y'all roll. Like Gloria and Lucy are able to come out there. You see Jose fighting with the one, and y'all are easily able to take it down. You finish off this thing, chancla it. Lucy is able to help, and you see it like pass out and go under. But as you look up, you see a van that says Double Dolly Industries. It's got a big symbol with a circle and 2 triangles in it. And you see Amy wave to you out the window as she pulls off. Colt's nowhere to be found.
God damn it.
Disappeared in the distance. You finally get to Lucy's car. You get to the arsenal. You 3 are there. And as you kind of get everything out and you get ready for this attack, you realize that everything's quiet. Everything's done. You go back to where the hole was, and the figure's gone. There's just a big hole in the kitchen, and right at that time, you see the other counselors like looking at Vic and going, looks at Gloria and goes, "The hell went on here? The hell is this?"
The nurse, she's bad. She's bad. She took Colt.
What nurse?
And she was trying to.
She left like an hour ago. What are you talking about?
There was a kidnapping.
Who did this, Gloria?
Call the police.
I'm just gonna kind
I'm
of
gonna call the police.
touch Gloria on the shoulder. They're not gonna believe you.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is the whole budget of the kid. How are we supposed to feed the kids? What are we gonna do tomorrow? And he looks at y'all and and why do you have a camper with you? And he looks at Jose. He's like, why do you have a camper with you? What is going on here? Anybody? No one? Okay. You know what? Both of y'all in my office now. You get back to your cabin.
As they're kind of yelling, do I see people with band-aids from their inoculations?
Yeah. He has one. All the students that are kind of looking out and like seeing what's going on, like peeking their heads out the cabins, like the commotions. Everyone has like a little band-aid with a little cotton swab under it.
What were you inoculated for?
Are you asking him?
Yeah. What was it for?
I don't know. The flu. It's a flu shot.
In summer? They only last 12 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. They give them to us all the time to make sure we don't spread it around here. You don't want kids going home sick. Look, I don't understand it, but they're not doing anything bad. Okay, they're stopping sickness from happening. What does it have to do with any? Why am I answering this question? This is insane. That has nothing to do with anything. It's funny. I answered your question when I asked you what happened here. You didn't say anything.
Right, to explain to you. The lady made 2 monsters.
The 5-foot nurse that was here made 2 monsters and put a hole in the wall. That's your story.
No, that was a camper who broke through the wall. Why aren't you
Oh.
listening to me?
A camper broke through the wall. Gloria, how long have you worked here?
Long enough to have your mother on my speed dial.
Okay, well then you want to call her and tell the story because she's not going to believe you. Look, I understand maybe something happened. I don't know if you were making something new, something exploded, maybe you're trying like a new recipe or what happened, but blaming it on a camper and monsters and a little nurse that's just here to help us is just not going to cut it. Okay? Write a better story. It's not believable. As we fade off, the camera kind of zooms out in that moment. You see Jose goes back to his cabin, and without his little buddy for the week, doesn't kind of sinks back into his same thing and is a loner. No one believes him. No one remembers Colt's. As you get there, even Colt's stuff is gone. All his bag and everything has been taken. There's no memory of him. The official word from the camp is that he got sick and had to be sent home. So that's what everybody in the camp believes, that Colt just got really sick from a bad sandwich and had to go home. You almost lose your job, both of you, Gloria and Lucy, but you have been told that you can keep them if you help fix the big hole in the wall. So y'all spend the rest of the summer learning how to construct the wall.
Mierda, no, I don't. Lucy, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
I like what you have in your car. We ride out, get our kid back.
That's what I'm thinking.
The story of Gloria and Lucy, the monster hunters, begins, I guess, on that day. But we will close up Colt, too. Colt, you get carried into the back of this van. You're immediately tied down. You change back into your normal form eventually. The rest of your life is lived in what you call a pod. It's a small green cube. You're fed whenever you ask for it. You get exercise, but you're also every week needles, tests, drawn blood. You are a lab rat for the foreseeable future until something else happens.
I'm definitely doing the Uncle Iroh. I'm eating, and then when they go away, I'm just like in the corner, and then when they go away, I'm just like
Planning your revenge. Maybe, I never know, maybe we'll see some of these characters in the honor roll universe in the future. You never know. But that is where we're going to call it today. I do want to thank y'all for being here and thank y'all for telling the story with me. Everyone, real quick, hype in the chat. Give it up for the cast. All right. Everybody give some hypes in the chat for the cast. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for your donations. We ended up at 37%, I believe, which, you know what? I'm going to take that as a win.
We started at like what? Like 24%? We went up 13%. That's a good amount.
That's a win. That's a win.
And being like the second, being the second game.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Hey, thank y'all. That's your support. See, AJ's not crying. You did that. You made him not cry on his birthday. Way to go, you.
No one gets chocolate today. Just keep the donations coming.
Yes. You've got more to donate. At 4 o'clock is the next game that's going to be here. So make sure you come back for that or you will get the chancla. I'm going to steal that. But I mean, I'm not. That's obviously been. But yeah, I fucking love that. Steal the chancla. But yeah, so before I say my goodbyes and everything, let's go around one more time and say hello to everyone and tell them where they can find you and that good old thing. We'll start again and give it up for Brian. Brian's first ever live stream, usually behind the camera, doing the creation, doing the writing, actually came in front of the camera today. Give it up. What a great entry performance. Jose was a great character. I absolutely loved it. I thought you did a great job. Tell the people where they can find you, Brian.
Hi, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at Brian Cortillo. Same spelling. I think Robo has a command for that. I'm not watching chat. Oh, look, there we go. Yeah, if something's coming up, you'll see me announce it there. Thanks everybody for coming. Please keep those donations coming in, and please continue to enjoy this weekend of lovely, diverse, varied Latin voices and faces as we try and raise money for a really good cause.
Yes, thank you so much. And let's do Lucy next. Lucy, tell the people where they can find you.
Hey, I'm Liz, Fuzzy Slippers
Oh.
05. It's
Sorry.
all good. They both start with L. I get it. Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to find me. I'm actually going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade tonight over at Roland D's 20s. Starts at 9 o'clock Eastern and goes to about midnight. We just ran into Kane last week and made a fun little blood bond. So, things are going well.
I love Vampire. I've never played, but I love watching. It's very
It's
good.
so much fun.
We'll go to AJ next.
Hi, I'm AJ, also known as Husha Kid. You can find me on the 3 T's of social media, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok as Husha_Kid. I am a video editor, a voice actor, a transcriber, TTRPG performer, variety streamer. I'm a bunch of things. Hire me, please. I need the money.
He does it all.
Like I've said, it is my birthday month. I'm trying to stream as much as I can. I haven't been doing that well, but I'm gonna be streaming maybe later today, more often this month. Yeah, I'm not currently, I mean, I'm in shows, but none of them are out yet. So
Ooh, the secrets. I like the secrets.
I have one show that is being pre-recorded and edited by me. I have a show, a superhero show that I'm going to be a part of that is going to start towards the end of the month. I have another show that doesn't start until January. There's shows that are going to happen, but it's just not been officially announced.
It's a calm before the storm, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But
awesome.
Follow me on all the social medias. And if you want thirst traps this month, just follow me on TikTok.
All right. So followed. And then last but not least, Ida, what a great character Gloria was. And then you probably don't even know this, but in our game on the Honor Roll and the Free Forge, we have a lunch lady that's plays in our Kids on Bikes game. So it's very dear to my heart that you also played a lunch lady again. But yeah, so tell us where we can find you.
Honored to hear it. My name is Ida. My pronouns are she and her. You can find me there on the Twitters, where I'm probably going to tell you that I'm playing tomorrow in a Starfinder campaign. I play like a 6-armed Ewok thing. It's adorable. On Tuesdays, I play in a D&D Eberron AP. On October 22nd, I'm going to be likely emceeing and helping out with a all-day charity event with a group called Roll for Good. And we're going to have a D&D vampire and an indie game called Camp Slaughter, all for charity. And on October 31st, I'm going to be playing with my good friend Dungeon Delves. We're going to be playing Monster of the Week. But the GM, they are creating like this whole VTuber setup for us. Like face-controlled puppets. Yeah. It's like my mind is blown how talented they are. So all that will be on my Twitter. I just want to give a quick little shout out that it means so much to me to play in all Latin tables. I'm in Europe. I'm either the only femme person, and I'm 100% the only POC at the table. And as wonderful and as welcoming as my friends here in Europe are, it's not the same to not be with people who relate with different experiences, different hardships. And even though we're all from different respective cultures, countries, from our parents, etc., there is a commonality to us. And I feel that just by having played with you all this first time, feel it with Robo, feel with all the other people helping out this great cause. It means so much to play in these all Latin tables. And thank you for supporting Latins, inviting to your streams, doing things for this charity. And not just for Latina Heritage Month, all year round. So yes. I'll see you the rest of the year.
Yes, very well said. Very well said. I just on that sentiment, yes. Latins come in all different shapes, sizes, colors. You know, they don't all have accents. They all speak Spanish, for the love of God. You know, get over that. It's different. It's a different world. And yeah, it is, representation matters, and seeing people like you and just with your backgrounds and, you know, your references, they sung to me today. Like I you know, just the candles, the chanclas, like all that was just like, it's like all my aunts, all my, you know, my grandma, I could just see all of it. You know, it just made me feel at home. The candles, like, you know, there wasn't a day I didn't go, bless her heart, I didn't go see my grandma where she didn't have like 6 candles going, with, you know, the Virgin Mary on half of them. And so it's just, it was awesome. And yeah, so this has been an all Latin table. I hope you enjoyed it. From Hispanic Heritage Month, we are raising some money. You can check the Ko-Fi, check all the links below. Thank you so much for donating. Please come back at 4 o'clock. Please support this cause. My name is Chuck Stamos. You can find me on the Free Forge Friday nights doing Honor Roll, which is a Kids on Bike game that is set in this same universe. Some of the characters that you saw tonight are actually from my game that I do every Friday. So if you liked it and enjoyed it, come out and have some fun. And who knows, maybe one day you'll see some of these characters reappear back in the Honor Roll. So yeah, thank you so much. One big shout out, hypes in the chat for Robo, TTRPG gifts. Seriously, everyone give hype in the chat. This Robo does so much for this community and for the Latin community especially. You don't get enough praise, Robo. You set up charities, you do all the coordinating, you get all the people lined up. He does all the art, he does all the back end. He's running the freaking stream right now, doing the tech on it. And he's also modding his own channel. Okay, that is a one-man company doing everything right now, and it is freaking amazing and should not go unappreciated. So thank you for running this. Thanks for your opportunity. And yeah, we will see you. We're going to be raiding Critical Misses, so make sure you stay around for the raid and make sure you show them some love and some hype, and let them know that we're full of love. And I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for your donations. Thank you for spending this. Like I just said, Latins are important. Please put them on your tables, and not just during Hispanic Heritage Month, during all year round, okay? They can bring value to your table. I promise. Do it. Do it, okay? If I see,
you get the chancla.
yeah, do it or you get the chancla, okay? Chancla. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.